Hello and welcome to this Pioneer PD-91 reference compact disc player. As you see, it's a high gloss, high class machine. Normally it has those wooden panels, and as you see the bottom chassis is all honeycomb, copper plated, and so is the insides, and you know, it's got a shield there. It's, you know, very well made. The laser unit is a PD-9104 magnetic, very nice and smooth. DACs are Burr Brown PCM 65s. As you can see, a lot of adjustment there for the DACs. Quality made machine. I mean, I almost bought it. It was faulty for $350, but then we had a disagreement with the seller because his brother was picking it up, started damaging the panels, and this was just in Brisbane. So I told him, you know, by the time he gets to Perth, you just make sure that he doesn't damage it any further. And he was rude to me, so I didn't buy it. So he sold it to a local guy for a couple of $100. And those of you who know a bit more about CD players, if you see all the segments on the display lit up, that's not a good sign. Basically, it means, you know, when you load and unload, it just tells you open, but most of it is lit up all the time. So that means that it is stuck. So what happens here, and I've spent considerable time on it, is that I quickly noticed that there are three lines here: clock, crystal, data, and they're just not going up and down. There's no data on it. I mean, if the crystal doesn't work in any microcontroller unit, well, it's not going to work. So, you might notice here I've cut them in so to separate, to see what's going on, and what I sort of worked out is that there's a 4.2 meg signal that goes to the system control, and then that should generate you know, data, crystal and strobe signals there, and they go to there, which is signal processor and digital signal decoder. So when I cut those lines, I isolated that these two are hardwired in, all those lines are just held high. So I mean, that could be for a number of reasons, but one of them might be that these are, or one of them is faulty. And of course I can get that, it's a Sony IC, but I can't get PD3094B, or at least not easily. So if I'm going to start spending time on that, it just might not be worth resurrecting, which is a shame, because it's a beautiful machine. And you know, I already spent like 4 or 5 hours on it, trying to work things out and testing lasers and taking into you know, test mode, measuring, you know, supplies and stuff like that. So it's probably not worth playing around with. You know, it's not really economic. It's probably worth $1,000, maybe a bit more, but it's just if the parts were available, I'll just grab those couple of those ICs, replace them, and then see if there's any change. But because the, you know, the Pioneer PD, if somebody has one, it's a PD3094B. I think it's 64 pin or something like that, a lot of pins on it. So that's about it. There's a sad story that I mean, they normally don't fail, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that IC. I mean, any line there could be held down, and you know, one of the other components could have failed, but it just requires, you know, going through it, and probably that's not feasible. Well, thank you very much. Normally have wins here, but It's not always the case. Goodbye.